what do you think that the arts brings to people, and what do you think it contributes to society?
I think it contributes community, like it really, like, and it's not just sometimes it is through audiences, and it brings people who wouldn't necessarily think that they'd have anything in common together, because they might have seen a show or they've seen a TV show and they identify with some of it. But it also, I think, gives an opportunity for people to connect, especially if they're doing being part of a show. So another strand of my practice, which is quite important, is engagement, like doing workshops with people that aren't professionals, because I think art enriches life and it enriches our relationships. And so for example, with youth work, often the cast could be from the same college or they were in group, and then they were taken on this journey together going through this show. Often, like, it was like a week's rehearsal and they performed 4 shows, but then beyond that, they wanted it, so Zest Theatre facilitated them being able to have their own private Facebook group. So then you've got young people who've never met, but they have been through this experience and they're able to connect and start to find and form friendships and relationships outside of their geographical area. And they may have nothing really in common but the show, but then that show starts the point of them finding those connections and those relationships, which I think is just powerful, really powerful.
Absolutely, I think absolutely crucial. It's what I've always loved about being involved in the creative arts. It seems to be one realm where people don't hang about in gendered packs or packs of the same age group. When you're involved in something like that, it brings together, as you say, you meet people that you would never normally have anything to do with if that whatever project you're working on together hadn't united you and kind of given you a shared story.
Yeah, and to add on as well, from like the movement perspective, like what really brings me joy is, because I do, from many points of view, I can be generally I push people, but I'm not like a gym person. I think everyone thinks that the movement director, the first thing is like, I've got a back injury and I don't dance. And it's like, that's fine. I just want you to just go along. Let's have some fun. Let's play a game. And generally through the journey of either just the session or through the show, you see people doing things that they didn't think that they could do, and seeing them exceed their own expectations. And actually that is something really empowering, because they themselves discover that they could do something that they didn't think that they could do. They could master something that might have felt insurmountable beforehand. And there's something about that joy and seeing that growth and expansion in that person, which is just amazing. Like, it really is. And I think from like my own experience, like when you do that, there's something, it feels like it changes you as a person and expands your possibilities. And I think that's where the arts and like movement can be so powerful, is within your own limitations. And limitations is the wrong word, but within your own expectations and seeing that you can expand them means sometimes for some people that they can expand them in their life outside of the arts as well.
Absolutely, there seems to be quite a running theme in the last few interviews I've done, that idea that it can just change everything, and we all have different abilities, and not everyone's academic, but everyone has something within themselves that they can do, and that should be found and celebrated. And I think the arts has a long history of liberating those kinds of things within people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it teaches you how to be human, and I think that's the greatest gift that anything can give you, is just how to be a better human and how to understand yourself as a human being.